to order the zoning board of appeals meeting. Have a roll call.
Paul Anki,
Sandra O'Neill.
Ryan LaFrida.
Ross Dimick.
Mike Mann.
Kirby Kuna. Tonight we will have to seat an alternate. We'll seat Brian, since he said you were seated last time, Ross, if I remember right. Last time we had a meeting, so Brian, you'll be seated the voting member tonight. All right. Public hearings. No, first of all, to do the minutes of the last meeting. I'll entertain a motion to accept the minutes from the last meeting.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes.
Diane Linky by Zoom.
Diane Linky's.
Thank you. Thank you, Diane.
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded to accept the minutes from last meeting. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. We have one application tonight. Actually, before I do that, my correspondence, I have nothing important in there. Has anybody read the planning and zoning minutes, which I usually like to read, keeps you track of what's going on in the world? Our CEO memo, which Diane, Cindy rather put in here.
But we'll cover both of those under.
Oh, no, okay, very good. So let's move to this application. We have one application tonight.
Can I just say one, I'm sorry. to
Sure, go
interrupt,
ahead.
But, Mike has to do the budget with, did you get the email on the budget? Okay, all right. So he will be working with the treasurer, I'm the finance director on the budget.
Okay,
So is there anything extra you want to put in the budget? Anybody want to put in the budget?
nothing that we normally have in the budget, no. We good?
Yep.
Okay, so let's look at this application. We have an application number 25-01 at 584 Fabian Road. Property owner is Roca Rodolfo and Papi Dorales, map 17, block 81, lot 43, acreage 1/301. What does that tell me?
Oh, it should be dot, sorry,
So it's a third of an acre?
no,
That's
1.3, 1.3, sorry. I'll correct that for the next meeting.
Zone RRAD, request a variance from the zoning article 14-275-14.2. Permit occupying a mobile home on this property. I need someone to make a motion to accept the application. All right, so what happens if nobody wants to approve this application?
Well, accept it, you're accepting it, you're not approving.
Accepting the application, I'm sorry.
I have no idea, I've never had it before.
Well, I have a question on the application, at least the form you gave.
We cannot discuss the
Okay.
application.
Okay,
Okay, that's why I asked about the acres. That made no sense, but that was,
yeah,
but I don't know if we can do or don't have to accept the application. I don't understand.
I have never had that in the whole time. I'm seriously, I have no idea. I mean, he paid his money.
then you give it back to him if it don't go, I guess.
Can we ask a question?
Well, if you don't accept it, then he'll appeal it in court, that I know. I know he will appeal in court. The attorney will appeal it.
Well, I don't,
Can we zoom a question in? I mean, can we go to the net, find out what to do?
The only thing that I can add to this. Without. He has not written his hardship statement as to why he's requesting it.
That was my question.
And, yeah, and it's because he needed to get this done. And so I told him that we're just accepting the application and you can send your hardship in for the next meeting. So if you don't ever want me to do that again, I won't ever do it again, but that's what I did. But he is going to be sending in a hardship
I
statement.
don't see anything here. All I see is a question. There's no mapping, there's no nothing.
Right, there's a hardship statement. I
Yeah.
told him that I need him to fill out the the map geo, to say where it's going to be placed.
So if we do not accept the application tonight, can he reapply for next meeting? The next,
I don't
with
think
more
so.
information.
Oh, if you're not accepting it because you don't have enough, because the application is incomplete,
Yep,
that you can do, yeah. Yes,
that's what I would say.
yeah, that, yeah,
Yeah, that's. what
I don't
would
have a
say.
problem with that.
Unless you get a motion to move it till next month, next week, we'll do that too.
What do you mean, motion to move to?
No, you're either gonna accept it or you're not gonna accept it.
So you don't accept it because it's incomplete application?
Yep.
That would
Yeah,
be,
so
my-
then
that
he
would be
will-
my
Yes.
feeling.
Yeah, okay, all right, if that's how you feel, that it's an incomplete application, I don't have a problem with that.
Yep.
And I was just trying to speed it along
Yeah.
for him.
Okay, so as we stand, the application will not be accepted, that's where we're at.
But we have. to
We still
say-
make a motion, we still have to vote on a motion to, somebody has to make a motion to accept it, we can reject it if you want, but we have to make a
Well-
motion.
Okay.
You can make a motion saying that you do not accept the application because it's incomplete.
That's what I'm
Actually,
saying.
your motion. Make the motion.
I will make the motion to not accept the application because it's incomplete.
Okay,
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded not to accept the application because of its incompleteness. All in favor? To not accept the application, okay, opposed? No, so that application is gonna move forward till the next time you resubmit the application. Whether it's next meeting or whenever.
and I will waive the fee because you already.
Put it, yes,
Okay.
all right, so. No more applications received since that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes. You will have to pay for more, ads,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, now back to old business. Cindy sent us a memo.
You want me to?
Yeah, you can address it. I've read it. You could address it, it'll be nice.
Sorry, so after the last couple of meetings, there was some discussion about how much information that an applicant has to spend money on getting just for a variance, when if he doesn't have that variance, that's wasted money because
Mhm.
he is not going to be doing that project.
Yep.
So I decided to write to Rich Roberts, and I said at the ZBA meeting, when applicants are coming for setback variance, side, front, rear. Some board members seem to think they need to know information out of their purview, such as you have to have department approval, where's a professional site plan that shows structure, boundary, setbacks, fire marshal, building office, wetlands approval. My understanding is the concerns with variance is where is the structure going and how much of a setback they are requiring. All other compliance issue come after the applicant has the variance. The logic is why spend the money for all I mentioned above until they have variance. Every time I instruct that statement, some say, well, we need to know if they can even do what they want to do. I do not believe they need to know design, construction details of the department approvals. Am I wrong? Of course, if I'm wrong, I will keep quiet. So his answer was, some ZBAs require a site plan for dimensional variances. And that's most of what we get is dimensional variances, just to confirm where the property lines, et cetera, are. Without it, the town, and the applicant have to be careful the variance request is accurate, or else they may have to apply again or move the structure. As far as the other items you've listed, they really aren't relevant to whether there's a hardship or not. So in regard to his first statement is, the dimensional variances. Of course, if they get it and they go and they get the building permit, et cetera, those variances are always checked out. And it's checked out against the, variance. When I give a variance, that variance goes right up to the building office. And, most of these many applications have folders up there. But if they don't, I don't know what the system is now because of the permanent link. I can ask, Nikki what the system is when I do hand variances. I know John and I had a discussion about that today, mostly, site plans review and special permits, you know, is how we're gonna handle it with each other, because they're new up there. So, yeah, so this information is going to be coming back to me anyway. Cause I have to sign off on the zoning permit. Or if I don't even have to sign off on a zoning permit, the way Permalinks, which works, which it's a little bit of extra work, but I also think it's a very positive thing. Even if the zoning and wetlands do not have to sign off on something, the building inspector cannot give the permit until we actually look at that building permit. Myself, and I believe, because Margaret's gonna be going on it too soon. And I have to approve that building permit. That it complies with zoning, if it involves zoning, or it doesn't have anything to do with zoning. And I say it's a good thing because I actually have picked up two that never got a zoning permit. And so I wouldn't sign off on the building permit because they didn't get a zoning permit. And when they get that, then I sign off. So, while it, you know, does take some time, but I think it's a positive move that we, you know, have to, positive step that we as a department head have to do. So, and Margaret probably is gonna be having to do the same thing, checking them all, so, cause she's going, like I said, they're going on Permanent. I don't, you know when they're gonna get on Permanent?
We're just working on there. She's currently on to review.
Review,
building
right,
permits.
yeah.
But for her permits, they should be on in the coming months.
So in regards to, you know, a site plan, which she says here, so I guess that's gonna be up to you guys. You want a professional site plan? Do they're gonna have to go, or do you just want a very neat?
Very neat,
Yeah.
We used to
laid out
we used
with
to read-
minimum dimensions. That's what
That's what we
I
wanna
feel
see,
that
yeah.
sometimes we're looking at it.
Yeah,
And there's nothing, if it's gonna end up being 10 feet away from the property line, it's not really laid out on some of these plot plans that we
We've
get.
also had some of them where they didn't even show any dimensions where the lot lines were.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna give them a area.
yeah, right.
And the other thing that, like, you know, I mean, like, they say Northeast District Department of Health. Okay, so we had one there, okay, how close was it to the septic system? Now,
Right.
we don't know where the expansion system is, so if they show us on the paper and all of a sudden. They gets the Northeast District Department of Health gets it, and they say, oh, no, you can't put that building over there, so now it's not gonna be in the right place.
But
Yeah,
again,
they're just gonna move it up to make sure it goes where it was, so now you went against everything you asked.
that's not our business.
Right.
Right.
That's, I understood your point when you
Yeah,
put that
so-
out.
So if you get variance and now all of a sudden you can't do the job, he's gonna come back to us and say, well, you know, you gave me the variance, why
No,
can't I?
that's
do it?
up to the Department of Health, not to get them to allow the thing to be built.
It does create a problem because
Yeah,
if
that's
you
what I'm
do
saying,
the
it creates a
project
problem.
and it overloads the system, Northeast
Yeah.
District Department of Health, they have to work with you.
Yeah.
So if you have a non-conforming lot that's not really big enough to add on to the septic system, they start cutting the lot lines.
Mhm.
They'll cut the distance from the well because they have to. So I do kind of understand where Paul's going with that, but I don't know
But it's.
how you
Department
do
of Health,
anything
it's-
about it.
Yeah, right, it's the Department of Health issue, not the
Right.
zone, not the zoning board of appeals.
But I think what I tell them is, you know, check with the health department, if you're, you know, if you're building something that's gonna have an extra bedroom, you need to check with the health department, you know? You know, so,
Or
but
even if it was just for a garage or something like that, and it was on your property.
you don't have to check with the health department if you're not, well, yes.
Well, yeah, in
the
reality, you
distance
do,
from-
if you're
yes,
limited space, you
yes,
still have to,
yes, yes.
you know? That's all I'm
Yeah.
just saying,
Okay.
And there's still a 75% rule of open space on your property.
Mm.
You know? And that, we rarely implied that, but
What was that?
there's a 75% rule, you have to have open area around your property, you can't cover everything up with asphalt and buildings and stuff, you have to have open area, we rarely even look at it, but.
Right.
I
That is a
think,
rule.
I think with the game, what we were discussing, we don't have a professional plan, but give us something with some numbers on it so we
Okay.
can see what you're doing,
Yeah,
you know, cause I mean, who goes out, who's gonna go out and check all this to make sure it's correct after?
I do a lot of times.
Okay, so what if you find out it's wrong, all of a sudden, well, you asked for 10 feet and you only went down to 7, you can tell the guy to move his building?
Okay,
We
I'm
should.
just saying.
yeah, that's the whole
I've,
idea.
I've seen it where a house in Dudley, they ended up going and getting a variance because the builder was too cheap to pay somebody to lay it out. And they laid it out and they put it,
Too close up.
it was too close to the property line.
You know, there's
And
a
what
lot
they
of
ended
pros
up
and cons
doing
to it.
was
variance.
giving the guy a
The
variance
variance,
after
we
the
will-
fact.
What, we wanna kind of simplify it for us so we can decide whether yes or no, that's all.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Cindy, Bates Auto.
I drove by there, and I talked to Carlos and, the engineer is developing the cleanup plan. He was hoping to have them in by the end of this month to DEP.
Is that, okay, that goes to DEP
Yeah, that
for
goes
their
to
approval.
DEP.
Yeah,
Yeah, and so they have to approve those plans.
yeah. I
And-
assumed that it was gonna be more to it than what he thought he was gonna have to do.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So that's basically where they're at right now,
Okay,
is that, they're waiting for the plans. And, yeah, that's it.
I haven't been
Any
by.
question, anybody been by there? It's, you know, looks again,
Yeah.
they really dug up the front.
Yeah,
So I guess I forgot to ask him about the front.
Well, they're gonna, last time I talked to him, he was gonna grade that off,
Great, yeah,
and he wanted that asphalt, but he said it would cost too much money. And I told him, I said, well, just put down, road grindings and roll it in,
yeah.
do the same thing. You don't have to worry about it, it'd be a lot
Right.
cheaper. You know, they wanna make it look nice in it, they don't wanna have it like it was before.
Yeah, I forgot to ask him about that, because my tires are crunching.
all right. Does anyone have anything under new business? All right, board members' comments? Got something else to talk about? Please bring it up now. Nothing? Our next meeting will be February 10th, right here at 7 o'clock. I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second the motion to adjourn.
Thank you very much.
And thank you, everybody, for coming out for 15 minutes.
Yeah, I know.